Hello again. Okay, so this is more on the diesel heater control through Raspberry Pi monitoring and control. What I have here is a power supply. I've got a 110 to 5 volt 10 amp power supply, and then I glued a BNC distribution block onto it. And then I run the 5 volts out of that into the distribution block. And we used to have a dog that chewed everything that was anywhere close to him, so that's bad. And this is an old power cord I cut up, and then I 3D printed this base to hold it, and drilled some holes in there so I could zip tie the cord in so that there wasn't any undue strain, and we give that a little zip. And so this is putting out 5 volts, and it's got a capacity of 10 amps. These capacitors here were actually an experiment. I was getting some undervoltage issues with my Pi 3B when I was running OctoPrint on my Creality printer, and so I thought maybe it was a startup issue, and so I put and I have no idea what I'm doing with capacitors. It may not be nearly enough, but it didn't work anyways. I'm still getting the undervoltage alarm on that. And then I have I have a Raspberry Pi power cord. And then I have another power cord for my cell phone charger. And now I just put these two, I bought some good size heavy duty USB extension cables. And I'm going to use these to power my 2 Wise cams that I have out in the garage to monitor everything. And if I plug my monitor in, I'm getting 5.32 volts. I'm probably going to dial that down to 5.25 so I don't blow my Pi. And so I'll set this up in the garage. I'm going to drill a hole here and on the other side so I can mount it down so that it's nice and secure. And we'll snap these zip ties. So I got these zip tied down real good. And I could have made the base a little bit bigger, because once I start yanking on it with this, it might still overbalance. And that's why I'm thinking of putting some mounting holes in it, and I could just drill it down to the shelf, and that'll fix that. And so once again, this will get me, I'm either going to use the Pi 3, or I'm thinking about going to a Pi 0. I just put OctoPrint on that, and it's working fine. And again, so OctoPrint I'm going to use to monitor my diesel heater controller with my little Wally looking camera, and then I'm going to use the PSU control button on OctoPrint, which will power GPIO pin 4, which will trigger this relay, which will give me 12 volts that go to Mr. Solenoid. And Mr. Solenoid will hit the power button on Mr. On-Off remote for the diesel heater. And then I've got a remote OctoPrint viewer on my phone, so I'll be able to, wherever I'm at, tunnel into my Raspberry Pi, and if there's an issue ever with the heater, I can just shut it off remotely and not worry about it. So that's that. When I get a little further, I'll show you the install on that. All right, thanks a lot for watching.